Alyssa here with the Friday Night Lights first take. Tonight the Martin County Tigers took on the Port St. Lucie Jaguars. I had the Jaguars winning this game because the previous 2 weeks they'd faltered. They basically faltered in the second half after having outstanding first halves. And unfortunately for Port St. Lucie, the same thing happened tonight. Couple that with Martin County, they played a complete game. Coach Kenyon actually told me we finally played a complete game. All three phases of their team, offense, defense, special teams, they were consistent throughout. That's how you finish a game. Dan Hudzina for the Tigers, he had an outstanding game. I think he actually had 3 touchdowns. And the passing game was beautiful for them. He actually had a 60-yard touchdown with Justin Simmons, I believe. And their offense looked amazing. In the first half, especially the first quarter, it looked like this was going to be like a high-scoring affair. It actually was for Martin County, but it looked like they would be going back and forth, back and forth. After Martin County had a punt, I believe Justy fumbled, and then Martin County actually drove down the field, scored a touchdown. And then Port St. Lucie came right back after that to score a touchdown, and then Martin County scored right after that. And unfortunately, Port St. Lucie didn't, keep up with that last one. But I mean, it was that first. It looked like it was going to be a real dogfight, and you couldn't really call the game. And let's see. Actually, Port St. Lucie's running attack, it was great the first half. In the second half, I believe Martin County made some adjustments because they were able to stop Justy and Terrell Floyd, who actually got hurt during the game, but he came back. He plays on defense too. He got hurt on defense actually. But Port St. Lucie, their run game was outstanding in the first half. They were keeping in the game with their offense, and their defense, though it was actually having trouble stopping Martin County. The second half was a completely different ball game. The Tigers dominated. They made the big thing for Port St. Lucie the entire game, especially the first half, which I'm surprised they were only down. I think it was 21-12 in the first half. No, it was 14-12. Sorry, I think it was 14-12 in the first half. They were trailing. The big thing for Port St. Lucie that killed them for the previous 2 weeks is penalties, and especially tonight because late in the game when Martin County was up, I believe it was 28 to 12. And no, it was 28-18 actually. And it was it was about 5 minutes left in the game. Terrell Floyd returned the kickoff for a touchdown. And Port St. Lucie, they were freaking out. They were so excited. And then this game became like a 3-point, it became a 3-point game basically. But it was ruled, another penalties killed them. It was a block in the back. It brought them all the way back to their own 20-yard line. And that was basically the beginning of the end for the Jaguars. That pretty much ended their night. After that, Martin County's defense blitzed. They came at Justy, and they couldn't go anywhere. They punted. Martin County actually scored off that. I believe it was a punt. It might have been a turnover. No, it was actually, actually, because they were on their own 20, and they got driven back to about their own 5-yard line. The Jaguars did, and the punter actually he muffed the punt, and he actually dropped it, and he didn't fall on it fast enough. And actually Martin County recovered in the end zone, touchdown, and it's 35-18, and that would be the final score. The Jaguars tried to come back, they couldn't. One of the things for the Jaguars I noticed in the first half, I've seen this team the last 2 weeks, and they are a running team. They started passing towards the end of the first half, and it was working. And then they strayed away from that the entire second half up until they were trailing 35-18. So I asked Coach Poole about that, and he said that they made adjustments. He said it had nothing to do with their confidence in and Justy, just that that's what they were calling. So it was more a lack of confidence in Justy. So that's pretty bad. The Tigers, on the other hand, their defense had, I think, four turnovers, and they had some pretty big stops at the end of that game. Martin County had 2 touchdowns off of Port St. Lucie turnovers, and that was just in the first half. So that was a big contributing factor. Turnovers are always, if you're in the plus in the turnover differential, then you're going to win most of the time. The Tigers, they just had it tonight. They had all 3 phases going, and it was actually pretty cool. I was listening to the coach, pump his guys up and everything. And they had a little collective meeting in the end zone at the end of the game. It was pretty special. So the final score was Martin County 35 and Port St. Lucie 18. This has been Alyssa with a Friday Night Lights First Take. Have a great weekend.